If you're short on ingredients at home, you can still make this recipe happen with just cauliflower, garlic, lemon juice, tahini, and olive oil, and that is why I love it so much. Hi, I'm Whitney, and welcome to the SideChef Studio Kitchen. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make roasted cauliflower hummus. This is one of my favorite snacks and go-to meal preps because it freezes great and it's super healthy. Step 1, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. So the first thing that we're going to do is just to pull apart the leaves and break up our cauliflower into sizable florets. So we just want to make sure that we get all of the stalk off, and we want to break it down into chunks that are relatively even so that when we roast it in the oven, they cook at the same time. This is roughly the size that we're looking for our cauliflower. Now that we've got our florets ready, we're just going to lay them out onto a sheet pan. And we just want to keep the florets evenly spaced. Space is important for personal growth. What I'm going to do next is nestle the garlic amongst the cauliflower, and it's going to roast all together and get really, really fragrant. Skins and all, the best thing about roasting garlic like this is that you don't have to peel your garlic beforehand. And then we're just going to cover all of the cauliflower and garlic with oil. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of seasoning at every step, so adding salt right now is really important to maximize your flavor. Now that we've seasoned our cauliflower, we're just going to put this into the oven for 15 minutes. Now that our cauliflower are done roasting, I'm just going to put them into the blender. So how you remove the garlic from the skin after it's been baked is just give it a little bit of a tug at one end, and you can actually squeeze the entire garlic out, just like that. Now that I've squeezed the garlic out of their skins, I'm just going to give them a quick pulse with the cauliflower. So we've got a little bit of a cauliflower rice texture going on in the blender right now. That's exactly what we want. I've got a cup of tahini here, and one of my favorite things about this recipe is that you just need to remember to make this work, you only need an equal ratio of tahini and olive oil. So we're going to go with 1 cup here. And I'm also going in with half a cup of lemon juice. I like it with a little bit of extra zing, so I've juiced 3 whole lemons today. So we've got a chunky puree here, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And I'm just gonna start adding the olive oil in on a steady stream so that we can build an emulsification. This step is optional, but I really love to add a few cubes of ice just to make sure that the texture stays really smooth and thick. Amazing. This is exactly the kind of texture that we're looking for. Airy, fluffy, thick, and gorgeous. Just before we serve, I'm gonna season this with salt and pepper. Perfect. I would say that this is a party amount of hummus. I like to do it this way so that I can feed 4 people around me and then freeze the rest. And what we're gonna do for serving is just to take our spatula and put a couple of nice, generous dollops. Just like you would icing a cake, you're just gonna go from the center, smooth out, rotate, and push. We're creating a divot with our spatula just for the olive oil that goes on top as a garnish. And just before we serve, I think a good healthy glug of olive oil just into the hummus moat that you've created is a perfect way to serve. This is crushed red pepper flakes, and I'm just gonna sprinkle the top of the hummus. And to finish off, I just like to add fresh parsley on top. You can treat this hummus like a dip, a spread, or a sauce. It goes great on top of salads, but what I like to do is just to serve it with some veggie sticks on the side. If you're looking to cut carbs out of your diet, this is a great, easy recipe for you to not feel like you're missing out on anything.